We're back. Can you believe
It's
it?
I can't believe it.
It's the best. It's the
Time
best.
flies.
It does. It does. It's the reading update. We did miss last week,
We
but we're
did.
back. It's okay because now we have more things to talk about than we did last week.
We have way more than we did last week. Oh, I can only speak for myself, but
I do as well. I mean, I don't
yeah,
have a ton,
yeah,
but way more than last week. That's for sure.
that's right.
Um,
Yeah, last week I was like, "Oh, Kristen, I'm so sorry. Would you mind if we were thinking about moving it, but it just didn't work out scheduling wise, but it was on me. I was at a very important little boy's birthday in my life, so Kristen was like, "Go have fun." But
yeah, no
yeah.
big deal. And I'm
Oh,
sure everyone watching also was like, no big deal.
aw.
But of course, if you haven't seen the reading update before, we're going to talk about what we read since the last episode, so 2 weeks ago. Since
Mhm.
then, what we're currently reading, as well as what we would like to read at some point in our lives. One
Someday.
day, you know,
One day.
one day, someday. My dad was first,
Nice,
apparently.
Larry.
What's funny is in the StreamYard order,
Mhm.
this is the next comment. So, William,
Oh,
in our order at least,
you're
is it like that for
second.
you, Mary?
Yeah,
No,
I don't see a second
I
unless
don't
we're
see a
really
second.
like James would be third if he was in the race, like if he was into that,
Right.
right?
Weird. Do not read Thistlebone in total darkness with a head torch on. It's a terrible idea.
Oh.
I don't think we'll do that. What I've read since the last one. Thank you, Elon. And yes, everyone participate. If you've read something since the last episode, please let us know. Or if you want to recommend something, we love that too. Let's see. Meditations. I
You
don't
know,
know it. Do you
I
know it?
have that I have a copy of that book. Doesn't mean I've read it, but I have intentions of always reading it. So, that's exciting. You'll have to tell us what you thought.
That's awesome. Of course, Thistlebone.
Yes.
Orochi, which is on, I think, the Fangirls next month.
Oh,
We're going to
nice.
read the first one. Harley and Ivy, we both read that. Can you
Yes,
believe
we
it?
did. I mean, it's kinda shocking, but it's fun that we can say that.
Yeah, Mad Love. I know a lot of people read that one too.
Did I read
I've
that
read
one?
that one. I like how I said that. I was like, a lot of people. Wait, I read that. I
I think
did
it's
read
funny,
that.
like, in the group chats that we're both in, a lot of times someone will ask, "Oh, about a book." I'm like, "Kristen, did I read that?" As if
Yeah,
you're supposed to
yeah.
keep track of everything I've read.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah, like
Sometimes, I
Mad Love
mean,
is one that I might have I don't know if I read it or not.
I, I feel like you may have. That doesn't help, but I feel like you may have. And Elon's currently reading Carl Kessel's Harley Run and The
Nice.
Midnight Library.
I love that Elon reads sort of like we do with prose and comic books, and there are no rules in Elon's reading. I like that.
It's great. So great. James with the book stack. We love that.
James.
Oh, my dad's thinking about reading it.
Oh, nice.
I don't know this book. I guess I need to look up this book.
Yeah, it's I guess I don't wanna say a classic because it's very well known, a bestseller. It's in every bookstore, probably on a table that you've walked by
Gotcha.
several times as recommended reading.
Hello,
Hey,
Danny. What's
Danny.
up? Okay. Hello, Chris.
Chris is here.
Oh, Joe's here. Hi, Joe.
Hi, Joe.
Good to see you. Mara, great to see you. Is Catherine there?
Catherine, where are you?
Hello to Catherine as well.
Now wait, are they I as you guys could see, I got to our group chat late. Are they already traveling? I'm a little confused. Or have
Mara,
they arrived at their destination?
I wasn't clear on that either. I would assume they've arrived. Mara, is that right? Question mark. How's the flight? Or have a good one?
How's the hotel room? What? I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The real reason I'm here is to find out if Mara has gotten herself a library card, losing sleep over it.
Oh, me too. And I think we know the
Yes.
answer.
I think we know the answer.
You
Already in
know.
Michigan. Great.
Okay. All right.
Mara,
Did you
before
get
you
a library
left,
card?
did you get a library card? My dad read Night Fever and hey, how did you I know how you felt about Night Fever. How'd you feel about the other one? There we go. Brindle. Let's see. I read Righteous Thirst of Vengeance, Volume 1, Resident Alien Omnibus, Volume 1, Wonder Woman Historia, Final Girls, The Only One Left,
Oh, yeah, boy.
Shaft's Revenge, and A Contract with God and other. Ooh, okay. So, what did you think of specifically? I would like to know A Contract with God, Final Girls, and The Only One Left. Tell me. I feel like if you read Final Girls or The Only One Left, and then you read another Riley Sager, like you had to have felt decently about them. That's just an assumption. Although I think Mary did you start with Final Girls? Is that right?
Yes, that's where
Okay,
it started.
And you really liked it, and then it went
Did.
downhill from there for you.
I was misled.
Yeah. I'm telling you, The Only One Left. I'm telling you.
I know. I have it on hold at the library, so
You gotta listen to it though. Such a good audiobook.
And I think that's probably a better route for me anyway with your boy.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I'll double check. I forget what I put on hold.
Nice. Joe's asking if you're going to be at NYCC in 2 weeks.
Joe, I'll say this: I don't have a ticket, and it's because I didn't buy one. Like I haven't checked. I don't know if they're still available. I know. Maybe I'll look this weekend. I kind of view it as if there's a single ticket left, it's meant to be. If not, I don't
This
know.
makes sense.
My mental health is not prepared to go to New York Comic Con with that crowd. I went to a small con here in Jersey, and was that last weekend? And it was fantastic, lovely, my kind of speed. Got to talk to some great creators, which I will share later. Got some great stuff. That's just so much. Like I pulled up into a parking lot. There's no commuting involved for me.
Understandable. But hey,
for Thursday.
Thursday.
And meanwhile, Joe's probably like, Mary, I'm just trying to be nice. I'm asking if you're going. It'll be nice to say hey in person.
Yeah. Oh, Williams got you too, and Sunday tickets.
Oh, yeah.
Prices went way up this year.
If anything, I would probably look for Sunday because if Thursday, I'd have to take off. Not that that's a bad thing, but yeah. Okay. Thanks to Joe and William for that.
Awesome. Hello, Crazed.
Crazed is here.
And Freddie with the compliments.
Hi, Freddie.
Of course, no library card from Mara.
Mara, you're letting down your fans.
Mara, people were
wondering. Two biggest ones right here.
Yeah, and Elon was losing sleep.
I know, it's horrible.
So sad. I read Scumbag. It was quite funny, even though it was very political. I've heard about that one.
Oh yeah, I've only seen the cover. I don't know anything about it.
All right, Brindle. Now, so this one's interesting because I'd read this before. I kickstarted it, and I wanted to get rid of it. And I was like, Dad, here you go.
So cool.
Halfway through, I was like, I don't know. Then about 75% through, I loved it. And I liked, but would like to hear yours and others' interpretations of the ending. I hated the ending.
Whoa.
The most thing I remember is hating the ending and thinking it was creepy. So, So yeah, interpretations. I can give you some. I don't want to ruin it for anyone, but I've been listening to the audiobook of Lucky Red because of Jessica. And it's very good. Both of you will love it. It's on my radar. I have it from the library. Have I started it? Absolutely not. One day.
No, but that's good to know that the audiobook is good too, because I know you have been talking about it and Jessica was recommending it, and audiobook might just be easier for me on that one.
I was thinking the same thing. Like, I wondered if it was any good. So James, thank you for saying that. I'm gonna check my library. Mara, the library.
The place with all the books.
For free.
Or audiobooks. Or digital reads.
My dad was pleasantly surprised by how awesome Night Fever was after so many reviews said it was kind of meh. I haven't read that one yet.
A lot of people, that's what I hear about it too. I feel like, but you know how it goes. It takes one person hearing it was meh, and then the next person says, oh yeah, man,
Right.
Like you did, Larry. You got to read it yourself to find out.
Did you ever read Friday, Mary? And I'm going to pose that question to you as well, Dad. I don't think, did you read that, Dad? I can't remember. I know the 2 volumes are out now. The first one I really liked. I haven't read the other. It's on Hoopla. But that's also
Friday?
Brubaker, Friday.
You're like the day, Mary? Friday. Where you're like, what's with your attitude?
Yeah, Friday. Like tomorrow.
Friday?
Aren't we so excited?
I'm going
Tomorrow's
on Hoopla
Friday.
now. So you're saying you like it?
Yeah. I, again, haven't read the second volume. I probably need to go back and reread the first. But yeah, it was really fun. I liked it.
Cool.
It's got spooky vibes, so nice for the season. Okay, Freddie read Batman Adventures Omni. Freddie's just reading all the Omnis.
I know.
Freddie's so good at Omnis.
How does that happen? How do you do that? Just start reading them? You take them off the shelf and start reading Omnis? I don't know. I don't know what this is.
Can't relate. What does that mean? Godzilla and Natural Disasters, and watched a whole bunch of shows. Freddie, what shows did you watch? Was one of them Schitt's Creek?
Oh no,
Mary!
Don't.
Hey, Mara.
Uh-oh.
Mara, Mary still hasn't watched Schitt's Creek. Oh, someone? Here we go. The day Mary watches Schitt's Creek will be the day Mara gets a library card. How great would it be?
How is this like? I don't know about. Is this a fair exchange?
I don't think it is. It really isn't.
One seems really easy to do.
They both are, but
look, Danny's like, don't worry, Mara. I don't have one either. It's okay. It's okay.
Danny, I'm telling you, it'll change your life. That's all. It will. Okay, Chris with the hot takes, the hot Riley Sager takes. You'll like this, Mary. The 2 Riley Sager books were okay. I don't know if I will continue reading. The twist in both were really too much. Contract was fine until the last story when I was like, what am I reading? I feel that on Contract, Chris, of course. I love the twisties. Listen, the only one left, I feel like a lot of his books do it though. That last like hour of reading, it's like, you know what I mean?
Can I address something? I wanted to have like a slide, like a presentation ready, but let's just face it, I'm too lazy to do it. We discussed this, and not that it's bad. I'm just pointing out something to those that could make you go, oh, well, that's why I love his books. Or, oh, maybe that's why I don't love his books. I can't say every Riley Sager book, but I'd say at least 50% of them are based, I think he says loosely based on a real story, a true crime. Am I wrong in saying that? Story.
I didn't know this, but you said it was true, so I believe you.
I mean, like the only one left, isn't that one of them's based on Amityville, the house?
Okay, I can see that.
The book that I just read,
or Home After Dark, maybe.
Is it Home After Dark?
There's a house in both.
I'm sorry. I'm throwing tomatoes at Riley, and I don't have all my facts together. But maybe next time I could come a little more prepared. And again, this is not, a lot of authors do that. I mean, there's nothing wrong in that. But sometimes you're reading a book and you're just like, I don't know. I don't know. I think that's has a little bit to do with why I give him a hard time. But again, I know I am not the norm. The dude sells books big time.
Well, and anyone popular, there's going to be very different opinions about their books, right? Yeah. I mean, even the unpopular, we've been there.
Yeah.
And I am very curious what you're going to think about The Only One Left. I will say, Chris, The Only One Left is my favorite. So far, Final Girls, I believe, is Mary's favorite, correct?
Yes.
So if you didn't like our 2 favorites of someone we're kind of on opposite ends of having experiences for, guy's probably not for you. So
I see what you're saying.
Yeah, for Chris, that is.
Yeah.
If Mara gets a library card, the suspense will end. That's true. That is a hard life. I just got Killers of a Certain Age from Libby. What do you think so far, Mary?
I'm only 2 chapters in. I am enjoying it. I I was telling Kristen earlier, I was having problems focusing this week, so I have an ebook copy of it. And even on the train, I just couldn't. I don't know. I just couldn't. It had nothing to do with the book, but so far the 2 chapters, I think the writing's really fun. I think the concept is really fun, and I think I am going to enjoy it. I just need to just have a different mindset. So I assume, Chris, you didn't start it yet, right? You just got it. And then also, I was on Libby, and I was like, oh, let me also borrow the audiobook. I borrowed it, and I kept getting a playback error, so I couldn't.
Oh no.
Has that ever happened to you?
I don't think so.
It only happens to me on Libby, not Hoopla or not any of the others.
That's weird.
I don't know. And then
Very
I
annoying.
thought I needed an update, so I did update the app, and then it still was doing it. So
That's a bummer.
it's a sign. I'm just supposed to read the ebook.
Yeah, I think so. Mara literally watched Schitt's Creek on the plane.
Well, I literally looked at my library card today.
Hey, there's that. Freddie unwraps them, stretches, read them, and then feel bad. I never finished Catwoman because of the art change. Oh, interesting.
Tough guy.
Mara has to store books in her fridge because of the lack of a library card. So my dad just spoiled a big thing in a book. Nobody look at the chat, I guess. Dad, why would you do that?
Should I look or not look?
Don't look. Don't
Okay.
look. Don't look. On the Mary side of shits. Okay, Freddie. Get out of here. Just kidding. Stay. But heart you, Kristen. Okay, I'll take that, I guess. Watch Blockbuster. Like just the final 2 eps. New Futurama, Ashoka, Fiona and Cake. Oh, Fiona and Cake. JL Action, Luniversity. Didn't like it at all. Hot takes.
Should I know Blockbuster? Does that have?
I don't know it either, but my dad's talking about it too, and I'm just like, I don't know.
Oh,
no
idea.
Does it
have anything to do with the store?
You would think, but I don't know. Started the Great, and after that, Only Murders new season, and
I have to catch up on Only Murders. I didn't start the new one yet.
I gotta start it.
I think you'll love it.
I do too. We've been saving that one in the back.
That's cool.
We started One Piece, so the live action One Piece. Reed's watching it with me. Mary, I'm just saying, I know you watched a lot of those fangirl shows where we sound like we're on drugs as we talk about One Piece, but I think you could enjoy it. So you may want to try the first one and see how you feel.
I could see me maybe enjoying watching it. I could maybe see that.
It's a different vibe too.
Yeah.
You know? But it's still a really similar vibe in the fact that I'm not saying anything new. Like a lot of people talked about this, but we're only on like episode 3 or 4. I don't know. It's just so fun. I'm trying to get my dad to watch it because I think my parents will really like it. Parents,
that's cool.
You need to start the first episode this weekend. They should start the first episode. I think if they've watched one, they'll watch the whole thing. Like it's worth it.
It seems like it'd be visually beautiful. Is that right?
Absolutely. Okay. It totally is. And the creatures are all like I mean, the special effects are really cool. And the actors are great. Like it's a good time.
I could probably go for something like that in my life right now.
It's a good time. There's still some goofy vibes because I think generally and it's like fantasy. So like I think a lot of fantasy can be goofy, right?
Yeah.
But it's a blast. I think you may enjoy it. I can't go to the library. My wheelchair gets crappy gas mileage.
Well, that'll do it. But I don't know about your library, and I don't remember if you like to read digitally, but you could also borrow digitally.
It's true.
But I can't remember if you like that or not.
What did we shade? Oh, the library. Yeah. Yeah, I got you. Haven't started yet. Thanks for your thoughts. I get that where I start a book, just aren't in the mood, then we'll come back and speak through it. It's already do the Jess thing. I don't know where that came from. I feel like he's always doing that noise.
No, what's the noise he does? Come on, what is it?
What is it? Why can't I think of it either?
La-da-dee.
That's it. That's the one.
Sorry, Jess.
Um,
Oh, not that he's watching, but
Dad, I don't know the answer to this because I haven't watched the whole thing, but I'm gonna say yes, so you watch it.
yeah.
How about that?
The singing, you wouldn't believe it.
Yeah, best singing ever.
I'm
It does
lying.
have like an amazing soundtrack. Like
Yeah.
Reed was like, I want this on vinyl because it's great.
Oh,
Yeah,
so
it's a good
he
one.
must love it then.
It's a good one. So, Mary, do we want to start with the slides? Should we start there? Or would you like to
Sure.
you seem like you were going to grab a book. Should we physically?
I'm overwhelmed because I don't know what's going on my desk right here.
Okay.
So up
So
to
you
you.
want to start there?
Sure.
Okay.
I don't know. You seem like you want slides.
You know, it's fun.
But let's start with slides. You're
All
right.
right. Plus, the first slide of yours just made me laugh. So, and I haven't seen the rest.
Well, I was like, I should put something as the first slide because I know you see that one.
Mm,
So
that's true.
there we
And
go.
I haven't seen the rest. So, yeah, it was perfect. Oh. Who's this guy?
So I went away from
Is that
the
Reed?
animal. Reed? I went away from the animal theme just as like a little surprise. And I went
Mhm.
along with like expressions of how it made me feel, maybe at certain points, or overall feeling of a book.
Okay.
I know, really, I'm really,
Interesting.
really deep. I know.
Reading deep. Yeah, I
Woof,
like it.
woof. Okay, I finally read Lights. And when I say finally, I mean I could have read it way early because I had an arc of it. In true reading fashion, I think it happens to all of us. That
Mhm.
didn't happen. So
Sure.
when it was released, I'm like, okay, you fool, you better read it now. So I know that this book is talked about, the series is talked about all the time, right? Because we love Brenna. So at first, I was getting a little nervous because I wasn't, and again, I don't want to say too much because with it being the third and final in the series, but is it? Because I have theories.
Okay.
But anyway, so I won't say too much as to not spoil, but obviously I love Wendell. How do you not love him,
He's
right?
the best. Yeah.
But obviously, I think if you read the back of the book, it would tell you this. This is more about the story of finding out how, like, what happened to Wendell, right? Like, why is he a ghost? What happened? What could have happened?
Yeah,
That whole
because he's a
thing.
kid, and you're like, well, you
Right, he's a
obviously
kid.
died very early, you know.
Yeah, it's not like he was, he's like an adult and right, he's a kid and you're like, "Oh my goodness, was he sick? Was it an accident? Did something horrible happen to him?" So obviously I wanted to know, know about that, but the way that story first was laid out.
I'm like, is this actually Jess, or did
How
he
did I
come in here?
Yeah, how did I do, Jess? Did I sing it okay? La da
You nailed it.
dee, la da da. Jess does it better. So at first I was falling a little bit out of the story, if I'm being honest, because of the way it was Wendell's backstory was being told. There were certain parts of it. And again, I don't want to say how or why because I don't want to ruin that experience for anybody. So I even messaged Kristen at the time. I'm like, oh, this is pulling me out a little bit. I'm bummed. But then the story wraps up so beautifully, so perfectly. I got the whole story. I sort of understood why it was told in that manner. And then I had to have a conversation with myself that sometimes I can be harsh when I'm reading something. So I ended up giving this 4 stars. There's this part of me that thinks it's not truly the end. I think somebody's going to have their own book. Just saying.
Mm.
And maybe it's more me hoping that, but
Yeah,
we'll see. We'll see.
We'll talk about that after. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So that's why I use this picture of this guy going like, because it had me thinking, and I could appreciate that.
Yeah. Well, I'm
Yeah.
glad you ended up really liking it. I love how it wrapped up. I think it just had the perfect like wrap up of everything, right? Like we got the end to everyone's story,
Yes.
how she could have done no better. Like I thought it was great. It's some weird channel I made with 4 subs. Okay, Jess, maybe question mark. I'm not convinced.
I know. What do you
I'm
think?
not convinced, Jess. I'm not sure if you're real.
James,
I feel like James has 2 laptops open. I mean,
James, do you know anything about Jester Bragg?
Yeah. See, look, how in the world is this possible? Omnidog is here. I don't know. It's just a little suspicious. That's all I'm saying.
Well, listen, if it is Jess, hello. If it's Jester, hello. What else
Okay,
can we say?
this seems like a
It's
genuine
James.
Jess comment, though. Okay, my dad's been mainly playing hours and hours of Starfield, building ships, modifying weapons, getting cool armor, clothing, romancing, getting married, making your mom jealous of my English wife. Gross,
Larry.
Dad.
Larry, what's going on over there?
That's weird.
It's an AI Jess.
Oh, it's an AI Jess, Reed said.
Oh.
Oh. It's Gilsimo. That's a good one. Love that. All right. What else did you read? I love the reaction. I love it.
Okay.
I had a similar reaction.
Okay, everyone, don't get mad at me. I'm not making some declaration on your favorite duo here. I'm not. Okay.
Look, I just have to cut in. Sometimes you don't like a book, your faves do, okay?
Right. I mean, listen. And I feel like, oh,
look at this.
It's him.
Variants remix of Springsteen in New Jersey, Oliver Treehouse, Green Day, Essex County Tattoo. It's me. You know, here's the thing though. I feel like we've said all those things on air.
I'm trying to guess if, I mean, not guess. The Springsteen, but I think Jess mentioned that on a live stream.
He did.
He did. So if this is, tell us something. Give us more, Jester.
Give us something the audience wouldn't know, but not in a maybe don't. I don't. I'm like I don't know what you would know. Oh, tough crowd. He is ha-haing like a Jess though. That is just as ha-ha.
Kristen, I feel like you could ask him something like maybe like some little simple conversation you had before a live or after a live that only you two would know. Like I don't have that kind of conversation really with Jess.
Oh.
But he said that on YouTube as well.
He did. Hey, I may have mentioned this.
If it's really him, send me a text right now.
Well, I was thinking that too. That's the easy thing.
Oh wait, I have a text. I wonder if it's him.
I don't. I checked.
No, it's not. It's from Kim. So let's see.
Oh, get back to your slamming this book because clearly Jess doesn't want to hear that.
Even if it's not Jess, it's pretty fun. Okay. Again, no one come after me. No one tell me I didn't understand what the book was about. None of that. This is a safe place, right?
Absolutely.
So this book, I didn't even rate it on Goodreads because I didn't know. You know when you feel that way? You're like, I don't even know how to rate this, right? Here's the thing.
You should rate it, though.
I know, and I will. I just wanted to think about it. There was so much, it was so gratuitous. Like, and again, like we always say, we always feel the need to say, it's not like I'm a prude, you know, but I just want to just kind of make a general statement to any of you folks out there. You know, you want to get your nasty on. You like looking at the lady parts. You like looking at the man parts. Cool. It's human nature. You're attracted to what you're attracted to. But like, there are websites for that. There are magazines for that. There are lots of places you can buy it or get it free. Hell, right? There was just so much of it in this book that I'm like, really? They're like having conversations and there's like, you see like knees and like body parts and they're trying to have like conversations or like dialogue written all. I'm like, come on. It was just like, to me, it was kind of lame. You know what I'm saying? And Kristen, like you didn't reveal any of that to me because when you talked about this book, you kind of kept it general because first off, I knew that you knew that I didn't read it yet. And I know you wanted me to before we could really like discuss it further. And I'm sure you were like, oh, wait till Mary sees this
I
stuff.
was, yeah.
And like, I can't say I've read a ton of Brubaker and Phillips, but is that common? Do you know if that's common in their work?
It didn't feel common to me. Like I've
Okay.
read, and I'm sure the chat can speak on this even more. I haven't read all of the stuff, but
Yeah.
it felt like a lot. It felt like a lot. It was quite gratuitous, right? And it certainly didn't add to the story. And it was like, it was to the point where, and that's, I gotta tell you, it's not why I rated this book what I did.
Okay.
It's an aspect I didn't like, but overall my lower rating was not
Mhm.
because of that, right?
Okay.
But I agree with your point because there was a point where I was reading it in bed and Reed was like, "What are you
Right.
reading?"
And I'm like,
And
I'm like a pervert or something. Like,
yeah. Yeah, and what I showed him, I was like, "I know, it's, like, extra gross," and I showed him, and
yeah.
he was just like, "Ugh," like, we were both like, "This is gross."
And it was gross in the way of like, okay, dude, we get it. Like, I won't say why, but yeah, you're all excited because you got the lady friend in your bed. But it's like, and also the way the woman was like posed and stuff. It's like,
It was
I don't,
yeah, it was
I
weird.
don't, I don't,
Unnecessary. It was
I don't know,
unnecessary.
Sean Phillips. Whatever. It took me out of the story, and but let's get like you're saying, let's get to the actual story. I just didn't find it anything that interesting or that unique. There was one character that I did really like, and I wish she was in it way more, was Lila as a young kid, as a young girl.
Mm, yeah, I agree
And
with that.
her I don't know if you'd call it friendship, but relationship with that one person who I won't say I can't
Yes.
really
Yeah,
describe them because they
I
end up being a
totally agree.
different thing. So Lila basically is a kid in the book. You hear about like all her little cool, fun, quirky things that she liked to do and like watch over the neighborhood and stuff like that. And she had this friend, or I guess you call him sort of a friend or pal or whatever. And their interactions I found interesting. And if there was more of that, I think I would have been way more into the story. But the actual, even the way it wrapped up, I'm like, I can't. I don't mean to be rude, but I just was like, kind of like, so, right?
That's exactly it. Like, I ultimately rated it 3 because I was like, I didn't hate this.
Yeah.
I hated the aspects you mentioned. I did hate that,
Hmm.
which speaking of, because we were asking, Chris said, "What I've read, not common, but does appear." I mean,
Okay.
and my dad said they don't shy away from showing stuff, but I never thought it was gratuitous. It never felt that way in other things that where I've seen just, nudity. But like this
Yeah.
was like graphic stuff.
Like,
Uh,
now that Larry said that, I am very curious to see what he thinks of it in relation to that, because obviously, he's probably like, he's read so much of it, so that would
mhm.
be a good comparison, I think.
Yeah, for sure. Um, I'd comment, but I'm still trying to prove my identity. You're not doing a good job then. Oh, Elon saying I read Superman. You know,
I
I got to
heard
stick
this rumor
around and see if
too.
that's real. Yeah.
Yeah.
Why did you say such a thing? That's funny. Looking forward to more pulls from this Jess Chronicle. Yeah, but I ultimately was just I got to the end too, and I was just like, that's it. Where's the rest of the book? Like it to me, I was overall just bored.
And the end,
Just bored.
when you find out the thing,
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, "Really?
Yeah. I'm like,
Really?
that's why we did this whole dance.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah."
Yeah. The more I talk about it, the more I don't think it was a 3.
I really
But
think I'm leaning towards 2, but I was like, "You know what? Why don't I come on here, talk about it, talk it through?" Because I know sometimes I can get, impatient or whatever, or whatever you wanna call me. Uh, I was like, "Let me come on here and talk it through," see what the chat says, see what you say, and, yeah, I think it was ultimately a 2.
I'm gonna agree. I'm changing my rating.
But, like, again, I'm not like, "Oh, I'm not gonna read anymore." Of course I will, and especially because I
Yeah.
haven't read that much.
Well, and
Um
this feels like an outlier, right, for everything I've read
Exactly.
too. So it's like,
And that happens. And this was really short, so and I
Mm.
it felt like a bit of a slog for me, even though it was so short. I
I
don't know.
totally agree. It took me forever to finish this. It was like not that long at all. It really did. Well, I'm glad you didn't like it either.
Yay!
Again, I guess we didn't hate this, but there was stuff to not like. I will be so curious when this comes out and other people talk about it. Like
And he,
maybe other people love it. I know I've seen
right.
positive reviews already, so
And here's the thing. I hope people do love it. I don't
for
want other
sure.
people to go through like and say all the things we just said and not have a great time with the book or, at least an entertaining time with the book.
Though I did just say I'm glad you also felt this way.
Well, it's
You
different.
know,
We're odd like
yeah,
that, yeah.
yeah, we are odd like that. That's true. I love this whole like stock photo emotions you have going on. It's great. It's so good.
This one I did this more so to be funny because it's Riley Sager. Um I don't have a ton to say about this. I listened to an audiobook of it. I didn't dislike it. I guess I enjoyed it. Um it didn't do a ton for me. Uh,
What was your rating for this? 3?
I think it was a 3.
Yeah, you didn't say you boy.
Oh, sorry. Thank you. Your boy
Jess,
here.
you're gonna leave before you even see the Superman bit? Like, what's that about?
Hmm.
Hmm,
That is something he would say, but I think James knows a lot of what Jess would say.
that's true.
Yeah. I want to think of a question. I want
I
to think
love
of
how he's like, now you
questions.
know it's me. What? Everyone knows you say that. So a 3? Was that it? Sorry.
I think it was a 3. Should I look? I think it was a 3 because I feel like if it was a 2, I'd be like, oh boy, Kristen and potentially Jessica are gonna have a good laugh at this. Um, yeah, I don't have a ton to say about it. Summer camp, it did hold my interest for the most part. Um, I gotta tell you, and maybe this is a thing for me with Riley's books. I mean, I just finished this like a week ago. I'm like blurry on how it ended.
I mean, I kind of get that. I feel
Yeah,
like that way often with thrillers, though.
that's fair. You know what? That is fair
Yeah.
because you.
I like how he
Wait,
says, "I guess I enjoyed it."
yeah, because I didn't hate it. Um, I'm looking at the book description to see if I can muster up how it actually ended. Oh, I remember now. It wasn't horrible.
Okay, we love that review.
Yeah, it wasn't horrible.
I'll
If you're
take that.
looking for like, if you're into like, you're in the mood for like a summer camp kind of thrillery, um, I don't want to say mystery. It's not maybe thrillery summer camp vibe. This book was also based on a novel that was based on a true crime. So as I was reading it, I was like, of course, I can't remember the name of it. I was like, I kind of was thinking, this sounds a little familiar. And it's because I read the book.
Gotcha. Interesting.
No, Mara, get a library card.
Yeah, get a library card, Mara.
Get a library card.
But you should buy The Only One Left or get it from the library. My dad's going on about Brubaker now. So you remember when we briefly saw at Brubaker at Wizard World, he looked a bit like John Popper, Blues Traveler. He had a cowboy hat or a fedora on. I don't remember this, Dad. I believe you, though.
I do love Blues Traveler, though.
Yeah, they're a good time. I didn't realize I can hit the keyboard and just go through slides. Why am I not? It was like clicking the thing. Okay, Mary went to ZapCon.
Sorry, I feel like I'm throwing a whole wrench into our flow here.
No,
we could come back to this if you
yeah.
want.
Do you want me to go back? I didn't realize that would be the next thing.
And really, I should have put a buffer in there, but
You're fine. I can pop over to mine and we can come back for sure. That's a tease for later. So
I want to read this.
You may have seen me talk about it on Fangirls, maybe not. But we read Operation Joker 1. I think that's like It's a weird title.
That is
But it's
some
manga.
name.
Yeah. And as you can see, the Joker here has a little baby Bruce. Look at him.
It's
He's
very,
adorable.
it's cute.
So cute. And that's the whole manga, you guys. It is just the Joker raising Batman. So basically, something happens to Batman. He falls in like a vat of something or another and then becomes a baby. And the Joker's like, wait a second. Some villains may be like, we're going to raise this baby to be a super villain. We're going to raise this baby to like be against everything he was against before. Instead of that, he's like, no, I got to raise this baby with a sense of justice and to be a good guy like Batman so we can fight in the future. So then
Aw.
he's taking care of little Batman, little Bruce. And it's so cute and ridiculous and just a joy of a read. I really enjoyed it. It was so fun.
I
think
love
they-
it.
I think everyone should read it. It's great.
I want to. I've been thinking of buying it. And did you read it? I assume you read it digitally. If it's
Yeah, I read it.
Up there.
Yeah, DC Universe app.
nice.
Yeah, Maddie let me use her login. Thank you, Maddie.
Oh, very cool.
But and it's on there. All of the DC manga, I guess, is on there. But you know what? I liked it enough that I would buy it because IST has it for like $5. Not sponsored, but they do.
Yeah.
So
It's
that's
pretty amazing.
Yeah, it's real cheap. I totally recommend grabbing it. Mara, I don't know. I don't know if this is your bag or not, but it was cute. It was a good time. I really enjoyed it. Jess, maybe you should read this if it is Jess. Kristen had a big epic rant on Roy Thomas. Who doesn't know that? You told everyone on your show. Thirsty Mermaids, we've talked about that a lot. Tilly Walden, everyone knows I love Tilly Walden. Not convinced. You convinced yet, Mary? I'm not.
I'm not. I just and
No.
I'm
I feel like this
I'm-
is common knowledge.
yeah. I can't come up with a good question to ask to make this jester character answer
Mhm.
that hasn't been said on YouTube.
Yeah. Craze Love Octopus. Yes. Isn't that, look at that guy. He's amazing.
Is that Marcellus?
Maybe. I felt the same way about the American Horror Story NYC as you guys did the Ed Brubaker book. Haven't seen that one.
Yeah,
I did have a Don Rosa rant, but again, people know that this sucks. Yeah, all public stuff, Jester. Just reply to my last email and you're verified. Dad, you
Yeah.
seem to be really harping on him about emails right now. To be fair, this Jester types like Cycle Cleveland.
Oh.
Mm,
Oh, you're so insightful.
Elon. Maybe
Hmm.
it's Cycle. I'll buy it, drop the link. You know the drill. Marvin, I've seen you whole list. It'll be great.
Oh.
Okay. I also read the first volume of Strange Academy, first class.
Oh, nice.
Another wonderful little octopus here. Look at that guy. Little. He's big. I don't know.
He's big.
He's got a
He's
big
looking at
brain.
you.
He is. Love him. Strange Academy. I'm going to talk about it on Sunday at 1 Eastern on this channel with Jessica for the fall into reading program we're doing. So check it out there. I'll talk more about it then. So I'm not really gonna
Nice.
say anything.
That's I
Oh,
saw you.
okay, Cycle.
Okay. Nice to see you, Cycle.
Strange Academy was so much fun. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say when I watched your announcement video for the Fall into Reading program, and I saw that this was one of the books. So, it's on Hoopla. So I went,
Yeah.
and of course, hearted it. And will I get to it sometime? I mean, I see Scotty Young. Okay, but yeah, that'll be fun.
Yeah, we're reading the first, the equivalent of like 2 volumes. So
Nice.
that will be fun for sure. Freddie thinks it's awesome. Hope you want to keep reading. How's it fall already?
I know.
It's almost October. It's so weird. You guys,
Okay, the baby octopus is too
look
cute.
at that cute. And then, can you guys believe it? I mean, you may be able to believe it if you
I can
watched,
believe this
you know,
title for you. Yes.
So this is also a DC manga about, well, it's not about Superman. It's Superman versus Meshi, I believe is the name. And it is just a story about Superman loving food. I don't like Superman. I'm kind of known for that.
Yes, that's
I
your
don't know if
thing.
anyone heard. Yeah, there's just full on cries in the chat now. Well, that's okay. I know, look at that little guy.
Yeah.
But like, Maddie wanted to read this, so I was like, I'll give it a shot, but I'm not looking forward to it. And I wasn't. However, it's the same creator who did the DC Joker manga that I previously talked about with the little baby Bruce. Same person did this. And Superman just loves Japanese food. So he just keeps flying to Japan to like these cheaper chain restaurants that appear to have amazing food. It made me want to, like, I already would like to go to Japan. It made me like really want to go and just eat all the food. That's obviously going to be
awesome.
like one of the best parts. But oh my gosh. So it was just so fun. And there were times like he took Batman once, and that was just really funny because Batman had to like sit on his back and look like an idiot. Or like he would grab him in the armpits, you know? I was like, this is great.
I love that.
So it was really fun. It was a good time. I, again, would not call this a Superman book. Would not at all call this a Superman book.
Fair.
It was really about the food, and it was quirky and fun and really silly. And I enjoyed it. So there we are.
Love
It
it.
happened. Okay, Cycle.
Cycle,
You're just-
truth be told, I have reported you to the real Jess Bragg.
I love that. Oh, baby octopus tattoo. That'd be a good one. The little guy is too much. I know. I love him. Who's
Aw.
Superman? Mara, you don't need to know this guy. You don't need
Oh
to
my
know.
god.
Fall's my favorite season, and Southern Indiana tends to rip us off as we go from humid summer to cold winter in like 2 weeks. Yeah, that's happening more everywhere lately. It's a bummer.
Yeah, it happens here too.
And then
Ooh.
I mentioned this one as one I was currently reading last time, I believe. I did finish it. It is an arc. I forget when it comes out. Sorry. But The Girl Who Sang is a Holocaust memoir of hope and survival. So it is her story being a little kid going through the Holocaust with her brothers and her family. And obviously that's very hard and heartbreaking. But it, of course, has a great ending because she's alive to tell the tale, right?
Aw, yeah.
But it was great. I would definitely recommend this. I would imagine we will see this in many, many libraries. So grab it from your library when it comes out. Give it a shot. It's a good one.
Nice.
And I do recommend it. And look at this little guy, like glowed in the dark. Love him.
He's gorgeous.
And finally, the last thing on my digital read slides. The reason the octopus are around, of course, is Marcellus, who is the star of Remarkably Bright Creatures. You've heard Mary talk about it. Mary raved about it, and then I was like, yeah, I need to. I listened to it. I'm really glad I listened to it. The audiobook was so well done.
Good.
Mara, grab the audiobook of this. And if you get a library card, it's on Hoopla. So
there you go.
There you go. It's free. That's where I listened to it. The audiobook was so well done. The story is, I mean, there's a reason this thing's popular because it's so good. I loved it. 5 stars easy. One of my favorite prose reads of the year, 100%. Mary was right about everything. So I need a banner now that says Mary was right.
You could write mine realistically, I appreciate you saying that, but mine's probably like Mary's sometimes right.
That's funny. Yeah, it's great. I've never heard of Hoopla that you've never mentioned it. I cannot believe. And this is good to know. Amazon has The Girl Who Sang coming out January 2024. All right,
nice.
Cool.
Thanks, James.
Thank you, James. Mara will still buy Superman. Yeah, Mara, don't. But this one's worth a get. 100%. If you haven't read it, grab it from your library, or especially grab the audiobook. Please grab the audiobook. It's just so well done. I mean, the narration for him, obviously, because you get a perspective from the octopus. I feel like I don't want to tell anybody what it's about other than there's an octopus and there's other people.
Yeah, you basically like, and when Kristen says there's a talking octopus, listen, we both know how that sounds, but I mean, yes, he's talking, but he has like a sophisticated accent. He thinks he's smarter than everybody else, but you're more so getting, it's just you're getting his story of how he ended up where he is, how he met certain people. And I'd like to share this because Kristen asked me this, and it was like the exact feeling I had when I first started reading this. You're kind of introduced to like the main character, the woman on the cover. Her name's Tova, I think is her
Mhm.
name.
Yeah.
You're introduced to her and some others and the octopus. So, and at some point, you're like, did I did I miss something? Because you are kind of given not I don't want to say a lot of characters. Some books you like the first 2 chapters they name like 20 people. I don't mean anything like that. But you're sort of left wondering like, did I miss something? Because I don't understand how these people connect. I think that's exactly how you're supposed to feel. And then it all comes together. And you're just like, whoa, like it's written so cleverly. Because I typically don't
Yeah.
have patience for something like that.
Well, and you're so right. Like I actually kind of forgot about that part because I got so into it toward
Yeah,
like
exactly,
after
right?
that initial
Yeah,
moment. But
yeah,
yeah, if you're anything like Mary and I, because I feel like we both had it, where we were like, "What? What's the
yeah.
deal with this book?"
Yeah, just
Yeah,
remember,
so worth
like,
it.
you didn't miss anything. It will
Yeah,
come together.
absolutely.
Yeah,
I hope to see this as a movie. I think we will probably eventually see this as a movie. I think it would be so
yeah,
cool and so well done, or maybe like a limited series or something. Um, Actually, that'd probably be even better.
yeah, I think
But
so.
by the way, when you say the octopus talks, he doesn't talk, but he's talking in the book. Like you hear, like we get his
Right.
thoughts, but he's not like
Right,
talking to humans.
yeah, he's
Just to
not
make that
talking to
clear,
Tova like, "How was your breakfast?"
right?
Like,
Because that's a lot. Not quite what's going on here.
right.
Oh, it's so great. It's so great, and I think Craze, you loved all the octopus in here so much. You should definitely read it.
Yeah,
And again,
definitely.
listen to it. The audiobook is just his narration's amazing, and the the woman who does all the other ones,
Mhm.
she's so great. She's great at accents. She's great at like everyone.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
she was awesome. This is a good question. I don't know that I want to definitively answer this other than to tell you, I'm very animal sensitive in books. And I was very worried about this the whole time, right?
Mhm.
But I just want to say I feel like me jumping around it kind of means something, right? But I feel like you shouldn't be worried about that because the way this book ends, it has such a great ending.
Yeah, it's done well, and I'm the same. I will run to the hills.
Yeah.
Um,
And I
and
guess I can ultimately say the answers we don't see that. Can I say
right.
that? I feel like I
Yeah,
can say that.
I think that's fair.
Yeah, we don't see that happen. So
And
that's
it's not
also
if he did or didn't, it's not really the point of the ending
right.
anyway,
Right.
if that makes any sense.
It will when they read it, I think. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
absolutely. Oh, Mars says it's a nice in the part of Michigan she's in. Oh,
Oh,
I don't think you're in Michigan then. That's
oof.
funny. We all know the audiobooks have ships and lightsaber noises. Listen, how great would that be? Okay, I sent Kristen a pamphlet from the comic book school in Woodstock, Virginia, that was drawn by Tilly Walden. But we showed that on the show. Cycle, James. I'll check this out in 17 weeks when my Olivia Old will come in.
Oh, man.
Oh, you know what though, Chris? I feel like that's going to be less than 17 weeks because if those people get on it and they listen to it,
Oh, that's true, it'll go
they'll return
fast.
it early. And I feel like when people get into it, yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I just read it very quickly and made assumptions. Um, yeah. So those are my digital reads. Do we want
Nice.
to get into your con stuff, or do you want to keep with the reads and then get to that?
We could do reads. I
Okay.
only have one more read. I only have one physical.
Did you see that happen?
What happened?
I accidentally
I-
took you away, but I meant to take away the slides. I know. I'm so sorry. It's like,
really
wait,
okay.
that's not right.
I looked down and I was like, what happened? All right, I'm
All
up.
right. So you read stuff?
This book was borrowed from a place called the Library, Mara.
Never heard of her. No,
The Library.
no,
I
not
have
familiar.
I have this card. I take it out of my wallet. I can walk in the library, Mara, and pick out any book I want, and I just scan my card, scan the book, and I'm on my way home.
In fact, you can get multiple books.
I mean, every library is different, but I mean, we're talking you could walk out of there with like 20 books if you wanted. Like
Mine
the
has
limit,
a limit of 50.
and you use every.
You're right. That's the reason I know.
You're like mine is 54. No,
50. Yeah.
50. So this is Batman. You know, my new boy is. Should we tell them? Scott
Yeah.
Snyder.
Scott Snyder, your boy.
He's my boy now because I met him at ZapCon, and he was lovely, lovely.
Love that.
So this is Batman Last Night on Earth. It's on their Black Label, DC's Black Label. I randomly was just like really just walking up and down the aisles, and it was sitting there. So I'm like, oh, I haven't read that yet. I know I have it saved on my wish list for Hoopla. But I was like, why not borrow the physical one if I can? So basically, this is like Batman. He wakes up. I think it's something like 20 years later. And hang on, I'm going to cheat a little bit. He wakes up 20 years later. He doesn't remember like what has happened, and it's about him finding out what has happened to the world, and then of course, got to save it. I didn't find this to be like, I ended up giving this 4 stars solely based on I just really enjoyed. I think I was in that kind of mood where I just wanted to read a Batman story, and probably it was because it was because I just had met my boy. And yeah, so basically, I'll read the back because it's going to do a better job than I'm doing right now. So 20 years in the future, Bruce Wayne wakes up in Arkham Asylum. Of course, that's where he, you knew the asylum was going to be brought up, right, Kristen? She's like, I don't care. So he's like, he's young. He's never been Batman. So I said that wrong before. He wakes up as Bruce Wayne. So he's basically trying to piece together his past. And of course, all the, you run into Wonder Woman, all these other characters. But he's walking around with the Joker's head. I don't know if you could see, like in like a lantern.
Yeah,
pretty
Solo.
Yeah, it's a pretty famous cover. So, which is kind of funny because I have to admit there were a lot of times that, I mean, I imagine some people this would annoy, but the Joker was like very funny, and he was like, can I be Robin now? What about now? Can I be Robin now? And he's like being really ridiculous, but I don't know. I enjoyed the comedy relief. Oh boy, your boy is Soup's in there. You're like, of course he is. But yeah, I enjoyed it for what it's worth. This is when I was looking on Goodreads, and like some people just didn't love it, and I enjoyed it for what it was. I mean, I think I've shared this with you. I don't know if ever on a live stream. When I read your Batmans, your Supermans, any of your superheroes, I just kind of get lost in it and then just enjoy the story for what it is. I'm not somebody that I don't know enough to sit here and be like, oh, that's not my Batman. That's not my Superman. Oh, you know what I'm saying? I just enjoy it for what it is. And there probably are a lot more comic book readers that maybe do feel that way. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
But
for
maybe
sure.
just don't say it. But I enjoyed it, and I believe I gave it 4 stars. I said that very confidently before,
You
but
did.
I think I did give it 4.
Nice.
Yeah.
We love
Yeah.
that.
Thanks.
But is Soup's eating? If not, then not her boy.
So true.
Brian's not wrong. The Batman book was fun. Did you like it, Cycle?
Or James. But I think you're
Or
right. I think it's.
Yeah, I think Elon had the good eye.
But is it James setting Cycle up?
Yeah, because all you gotta do is type in caps. And then mention goiter, which we all
Goiter.
know. Okay.
What a
Watch it be a
mystery.
wild card and be Elon. And Elon was setting it up to be Cycle.
You know who I think it is? Catherine.
Oh my god. What Catherine's like, who's Jess?
So that's
Gotcha.
my only other read that I
Okay.
have over here.
I have two.
Cool.
I read Us, which is a graphic novel, and I gotta tell you, Mara, Catherine, this one is one I think you'll want to buy. It's by Sarah
Oh.
Stoller, and listen, it is autobio about this couple, and they get married, and they love each other, and then one of them figures out, oh, I'm a trans woman. So it's about them dealing with that big change in the relationship.
Mhm.
And they both have like really fun, great personalities. I really like how they deal with people in their lives that like don't react well. They make them all like these kind of stand-in, people-y kind of dolls.
Mm.
And not giving them like their own humanity, which I kind of love, right? I mean, they're obviously humans and bad humans, but yeah, I really like the art throughout. I had a great time with it. I really enjoyed their story, and it was it was a blast. I mean, it dealt with some hard stuff too, and I think it did it really well. And
Mhm.
they also like popped in to be like, hey, you know, here are some things that happen when you are just a human trying to exist and have your identity and not hurt anybody. And they also jump in different moments and different bits to be like, obviously, like this one says, I'm trying to get an example. Obviously, gender stereotypes can be harmful if they're imposed or mandatory. Like girls are more sensitive, all women like babies, boys don't cry. And it kind of like they just touch on so many things and do it in a way where they're like, hey, we understand that this may not be the case for everybody. That's not what we're trying to say. We just want to
Mhm.
share like our journey and like what happened with us. Because within that, you know, they're finding out their trans identity as well as their partner is now like, well, I'm figuring out that I'm not like as cishet as I thought I was, right? Like I'm
Mhm.
not a straight person. I actually am bi. And so she's figuring that out kind of in a similar moment because maybe this is something she, you know, it is something that she had in her life before that, but never
Right.
really realized it until this moment. And they just both go on these separate but together journeys. And I just loved it. I really had such a good time. I didn't want to put it down. I read it all in like a few hours. I put it down a few
Nice.
times, but you know, like it was great. So this came out kind of recently from Dark Horse. The list is $20. You can find it cheaper elsewhere, I'm sure. But it's so good. It's so good. And it's just like on the back, it says Sarah and Diana's love story, as well as the story of Diana's gender transition, full of humor, heartache, and the everyday triumphs and struggles of identity. This graphic memoir speaks to changing conceptions of the world as well as the self, at the same time revealing that some things don't really have to change. And it was great. And it's also translated, I think they're, let's see, maybe, I can't remember exactly, maybe from Brazil, I want to say. So that was also cool just to see like an auto bio kind of memoir that was translated, which I just don't see a lot.
Yeah.
So that was neat too. But it's great. And you should buy it, Mara. Did you already drop the link? It's so cute. Okay, I got you. I'll find it. I do think you really like it. Okay, here we go. Daniel Clowes rules. Okay, cycle.
Yeah. Jess would never say that.
Yeah, no. Is it me? What if it's me? Freddie, is it you?
Freddie.
Elon, I know you're innocent. Don't worry. Chris calls my heart. Could you imagine? Just suddenly, Catherine's like, I've done all the homework. I've watched
She's
a million hours.
She
of
has like a whole
YouTube."
notebook, like
Yeah.
every
She's got the Charlie
reference.
Day meme, right?
Yeah.
what if it's Reed and Elliot working together, James?
Yeah,
James, you're quick to throw people under the bus, James.
I wonder
So,
why.
interesting.
But if James is pulling off trying to make it seem like it's cycle, I give him mad credit for that.
That's true. That's true. I
Clever,
really
very
want to-
clever.
yeah, really want to read Us. Just keep missing getting it at the library.
Mm,
I hope you enjoy it, Chris. I really liked it. I gave it 5 stars, by the way. Worth every star.
nice.
I mean,
Hmm.
but here's the deal. That part didn't throw me off because I have a weird channel with like 4 subs that I use for my YouTube premium account. Like I don't even use this channel for my premium account
Oh, that's right.
because I had it before I even had a channel. You know, I don't know. What's the topic for Saturday, Krista? I haven't talked about it. And you also haven't texted me about it. So, what is the topic Saturday? Or maybe you have texted me about it. Don't you remember the topic for Saturday, Jess?
That's the only way if he texts you.
Yeah. Reed's here to say he wishes he were Jester Bragg. Here's James in the ballroom with the candlestick. That's
Yes.
okay. The last thing that I finished reading. In fact, I listened to it. I don't know if you got just kind of like Hoopla. I don't mention it a lot. So this is one I haven't. It's a reread. I haven't mentioned it a lot though. It's called
Oh, no.
Delilah Green Doesn't Care by Ashley Herring Blake. You've never heard of it, I'm sure. It's about Delilah Green, and she does care. Like,
Isn't
she
that
cares
something?
so much.
It's something.
It's my 3rd time reading this book.
It's amazing.
I'd never listened to it. I read it twice last year. I hadn't listened to it. Of course, the new book comes out next month. It's almost next month. I had to get with it. I was like, I have to reread Delilah and then Astrid so I can get ready for Iris. It's gonna be great. So that's my reread. Guess what? I still really loved it.
You're like, I gave it 2 stars.
What if I did? What if I was like,
I-
you know what? Not worth the hype that I
I
gave
don't know.
it.
That would just mess up my whole world.
Yeah, me too.
I couldn't handle it.
Me too. Yeah. So very excited. As James says, Iris Kelly Doesn't Date, coming out in a few weeks, October 24th. I don't know that I've ever been as excited for a book as I am for this book.
I love that.
I'm very stoked.
And are you going to any signings or anything? Has that been determined?
I am absolutely going to see
Oh,
Ashley Herring Blake at a signing for Iris Kelly Doesn't Date, as well as I did find out she will have a signing line. So I am bringing my other books by her.
can
And
I
I'm
just
so-
tell you, I so wish that I lived closer to you because I would want to be there just as an observer to watch you squeal and stuff. Like I wouldn't even need anything of mine signed or anything. I've enjoyed the books and everything,
Mhm.
but I would just want to observe the giddiness.
I'm so excited. I have never squealed meeting someone, and I've met a lot of people I love throughout my life.
You might squeal.
It's possible. It's possible.
Or-
I kind of, I wish you were there for this reason. I feel like who I'm going to be there with, and perhaps I'm wrong, and the person who I'm going to be there with watching potentially later, let me know. But Mary, I feel like you would be the one because you were great to go con people
Oh,
with, to go up to
thank
con
you.
people. Because I would talk, but like you're so good at talking and chit chatting, and I feel like
You're like,
don't know-
Mary, you never shut up.
I feel like what I no, not at all, no. But I don't know what I'm going to say to her. I have no idea. But I feel like you would jump in and be like,
Kind of be like the MC so you could get in there.
yes, but and I feel like you'd be like, hey Ashley, this bitch, she's talking about you all the damn time on her
I'd be like,
YouTube
you don't even
channel.
know. You don't
You
know.
have no idea. She doesn't even read books like this, but she loves it. Which is kind of not true, I guess. I read more now, but
No, I know what you mean.
I feel like you would be that person to do that. So
I wish I could be there to do that.
I wish you could.
I really do.
I do. So that's. I'll tell everybody all about it, of course.
Can't wait.
Of course. Let's see. Oh, Mara said, "My girl, I have the biggest crush on Delilah." Mara, love that for you. The real Jess would text you and forget. You're not wrong, but I feel like people know that.
Valid points.
If it really was Jess, he wouldn't remember if you talked about it. This is true. It's true. But can you imagine Jess logging in and out of different accounts?
No, he'd
See, I
probably
can't.
accidentally like delete his channel or like
Yeah.
it would be like a whole thing.
Yeah, Jess would not have created a new account. Exactly.
Yeah.
It's true. That's true. That's why it's not
Yep.
him. Oh, I clicked that already. Sorry. Okay.
Everybody
Totally
needs to
right.
know.
Way too lazy. The book I'm still 6 weeks out for. Oof.
Oh, you're
Yes.
getting there. You're
That's
getting there.
close. Unless he confused himself and is not now trapped inside a new account. Now, Jess, how do we get you out of that other account? That's funny. Do I need to read Delilah before Astrid? I think Astrid is going to come through my library first. I feel like this just happened to Chris, right?
Yeah,
So-
you gotta.
You have to.
Sorry, I know you're the authority, Krista, but even I can field this question.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah, you gotta
100%
read 'em.
praise. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
but you have to read Delilah first. It has to. You have to.
Yeah.
So there we are. I'm sorry to tell you. It may be a wait for you. So stoked for a new book. Mara, I know you mentioned maybe going to the signing.
Oh,
you
yeah.
all should go.
They should go. Come on.
Come
That'd make me
on.
happy if they went and met you guys.
Mara, how fun would that be? Catherine.
Catherine, where are you?
Catherine, tell her to go. Do I need to live stream Kristen meeting her?
Please.
I don't know.
No,
No school
I
for
don't-
Tegan and Sarah? Listen, I've met them so many times. Listen, it's not that I'm jaded to it. I love meeting them. They're lovely. But even the first time where I interviewed them, the first time I met them, I interviewed them. And I was okay. No, wait, that's not true. That's not true. I'm lying to myself. The first time I met them, I didn't interview them. But I asked if I could. And they pointed me to their manager. And I never thought that guy would reach out to me, and he did. So that was really cool. But I didn't squeal. I don't know. It was great, but I didn't squeal. I have yet to squeal. I didn't squeal meeting them any times that I did. I didn't squeal meeting Eliza Dushku, who I have adored for a lot of my life. Reed, you were there. Reed was shocked. He was like, when we got done talking to her, and by we I mean me, but I remember we walked away and Reed was like, "You seemed cool. Like you were
Yeah.
fine." And I was like,
Yeah.
inside I wasn't. It was a good time. I don't know. Mary's an expert small talker. It's so true. Mary kills it.
Thank you, I think.
Mary seems so calm, cool, and collected too. Like she never loses it. But when she does, it's probably epic.
Larry, you just defined me. That's me.
I love it.
Because when I lose it, it is like because it's just been building up like for so long. You know, Kristen, right?
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
You've
Well-
received some like yelling voice memos from me about life.
It's understandable.
Yeah.
Apparently we should read Christopher Chaos.
Okay.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what that is. I'll look it up. Let's see. I did a lot of yelling at Tegan Sarah's show on Tuesday. Amara and Catherine just saw them again. We were reminiscing about when we met. I told Mara because she was like, our friend anniversary is coming up.
Really? How long has it been?
So that show was in November, right? Yeah. November. So then it would be a year in November. Which
Well,
is
it's funny.
exciting.
That is exciting. And it's
Yeah.
funny, you introduced me obviously to Mara and Catherine at HeroesCon. And I feel like I've known them just for forever.
Yeah, they're the best. The best.
Yeah,
Just such chill people.
That's a hard thing to find with people.
100%. And Mara was like, "Oh, we should all do like a FaceTime or something." I was like, "Hey,
Yeah.
what if we do a friend anniversary live stream?"
Oh, that'd be great.
And Mary, you're of
Can I come?
course you are of
Okay.
course welcome. I think that'd be
Let's-
awesome.
Let's do it.
What it'll be, you know what? It'll be the ramen besties. but live because we have a
live.
group chat called Ramen Besties.
And maybe, since it's your friend anniversary, I could come up with like some questions, like friend questions.
Okay, how cute. Are you the moderator?
I think I'm the
I
moderator.
love this.
Ooh.
We're gonna make this happen. Everyone's just like, I don't want to. You
Yeah.
want to. This would be great. Oh, hey, Mara, maybe you can have an epic haul for it of like a lot of books that we've talked about that you bought.
Do it. So there's like, so
So
at least we
excited.
have some book element to it, right?
Yeah, Mara. Okay, Catherine, I'm sorry. I think she just has to buy books now.
Yeah. It's
Sorry
for the
about it.
show. It's for the
Yeah.
show, Catherine.
It's for the good. I would totally school if I met Eliza doucheku. Don't say that. It's dush like push.
Do you know, I've heard the two of you talk about it so much. It's like I will not pronounce her last name. No.
It's dush. Dushku.
Dushku.
It's like push. Dush, push. Dushku.
See, you say both and then I get confused again.
That's funny. What's the first time you met the famous Omnidog? Did you scream and ask him for his autograph? I didn't. I didn't. That was a good time though. I actually, what did I do? Jess in the chat, what did I do? What's the thing I did when we first met?
But
That's
I feel like
actually
even
something-
that
I may
that
have
was
mentioned it.
I think you did.
I may have mentioned that.
No, but it was really cool, like meeting Jess and Patty in person. They were just do you agree they were just like we thought they would be? Like,
Oh yeah.
what you see
That was
here is
great.
what you see in person. Like it was fun. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm obviously not as close to Jess as you are, but I really, it was cool to meet him in person. It was fun.
Yeah, it was awesome to hang out there for sure.
Yeah.
Where we make Mara apply for library. Ooh, do live.
Yes.
I love how Reed's profile picture is Carl. Oh, it's funny because it's not. Yeah. Oh, Mara's so down.
Yes.
Nothing will be fine. It's fine. I'm fine. I'm buying so many things. Love that. How exciting. All right. So are you reading? Are you currently reading something?
Oh, Killers of a Certain Age.
Right.
Chris
Okay.
knows. That's the only
Right.
thing I think I have currently going on.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm listening to Astrid Parker Doesn't Fair, of course. Let's talk about this one real quick. Should we? Shall we? Oh, so Kristen. Oh, how cute. What a great signature too. Because listen, some people they just scribble and I'm like, what are you doing? This one's pretty great. Oh,
Yeah,
like
I
it.
mean, you could really read the last name.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
love that.
usually the part that gets like thrown away, right?
Right, absolutely.
Yeah.
I also started barely into The Stranger Beside Me by Anne Rule.
Oh, that's a nice looking, pretty chunky copy you have there.
Yeah, it's the Target one.
I see you tried
Yeah,
to take the
it's-
sticker off. And
I
had
did,
some
and then
trouble.
I gave up.
Yeah, I see that.
I was mad about it. I was like, all right, I'm good.
Oh, I love your copy.
It's nice, right?
I know I'm being a total book nerd right now.
No, it's
but
nice because like the letters are they're raised.
Yeah.
Okay.
when
And
I
the
read
texture's
that,
kind of nice.
when I read that, I had like the mass market paperback. So,
Mm-hmm. And this one has like photos in it.
by the way, if you're thinking about, you just had me, a memory was just jogged in my head. Like, I think I went to listen to that as well as audio, and no offense to Anne Rule, I think it was her. I was like, I can't do it. You tried to?
Yeah. I tried. I want to say a few years ago when I'd heard about it originally, probably
Mhm.
from like My Favorite Murder, right?
Yeah, I'm sure.
And I was like, I could not. So I was like, well, one day I'm gonna have to get a copy. And then at some point, I probably had this one for like over a year. I
Yeah.
saw this at Target. And I was like, well, I like this edition. Like it just looked nice. And then I was like, well, I've been wanting to read it. I'm not gonna read the audiobook, or I'm not gonna listen to the audiobook. So yeah, and you know what? It's a nice flapper. We love that.
I don't know if they still have that, but I'm gonna look for that in Target. That's
I
a nice
feel like
looking
they
copy.
may. Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, definitely look. If you don't see it at yours, I'll check mine again.
Okay.
But yeah,
Thank you.
especially like it's spooky season coming. So I feel like they may have, because I think that was in the spooky section.
Okay.
You know, like with some
Yeah.
Stephen King, and I think this one was like next to it. So,
Stephen King might be your boy too, a little bit.
you know, I need to read more though. I do need to read more. I do have a lot though. But yeah, I'm excited to actually like get into this more. 'Cause
Nice.
I'm barely into it. I had to skip the whole intro, by the way. So just warning if anyone gets this edition. The intro is all updates to the story, and it's immediate like spoilers.
know.
I mean, we know what happens
I know.
with Ted Bundy. It's Ted Bundy. Did I mention that? Okay. For people who may not know, Anne
I know.
Rule worked beside Ted Bundy.
Yeah.
And then all this started happening, and she's like, "That's my friend Ted." So she's also like a crime journalist. So she wrote this something like that. She wrote several books and several things. And this is one of the classics that I haven't read, so I'd like to
I
get
still
more
want you
into
to
it.
watch the movie after you read the book too.
Oh yeah,
You know, there's a movie based on it, and it's kind of old, but I really enjoyed it.
yeah. That I definitely want to.
Oh no. Chester Bragg.
When we first met, you showed me a bunch of Reed stuff trying to get me to buy it.
Nope.
Okay,
Wrong.
not Jess. Look, not that I thought this was Jess,
But now we really
but now
know.
it's confirmed that it's not Jess. Because that is not what happened. So neat. Or it's just forgetting.
Oh,
Which you know. I'm also reading Usagi Special Edition Book 2, Shaft Original Novel, Lost Lad London Volume 1. And okay, cool. That's awesome. Okay, I missed some stuff. Got Me Good, but it's Chucky Finster. It's funny. I thought I was a young Yosemite Sam. It's a good one too. Audiobook for it is trash. Reed tried too.
Right, Reed.
We tried too. Okay, I don't know what some people are talking about. Jess, no, it's not. Okay. I like how I said Jess. Cycle, it's not.
Well,
Or James.
we could call him not Jess. That's not
okay,
Jess.
not Jess. There we go. That's it though. I don't think I'm okay, I'm still currently reading. I do pick this up sometimes. It's just a purple book. Let's see. Girl Made of Stars by Ashley Heron Blake.
I have that too. Remember I went wild on that site I don't shop from anymore, Book Outlet.
Right. Yeah, I am enjoying it, but I've just sat it down for other reasons. So, you know.
Well, you're
it's
reading
one of
the
those.
other stuff to get ready, you know?
Right. So that's it. That's what's happening.
Nice.
Is there anything you'd like to read someday in your life?
Someday, well, there's a little order to. I have a little haul. Can I do my 2-book haul?
Do your haul
before the ZapCon stuff. I'll do the 2-book haul because one of them is going to be what I want. One of the ones I want to read, and you already read it.
You got it.
So
that's awesome.
When I heard about this, I was like, I gotta read that. I don't know. Do you know how many volumes this is going to be? Is this going to be like?
I feel like it may be 3.
Oh, okay. So
it's not going to be crazy. No.
I just had a feeling I'd want to own them. There's not a ton of manga that I want to hold on to, but I just feel like the concept behind this is just adorable. So I did get this, and I did, again, not sponsored, but I got it from IST, and it was like $5 something.
Yeah, so cheap.
So I definitely want to get the Joker one too.
If I ever own a Superman book, it'll be that one probably.
Yeah, and I get that. Like that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, it's a blast. I think you'll like it.
And then I don't know if you remember, I said that that my next haul would feel like you feel offended by because it's Superman themed. It's only 2 books.
Okay.
But I did pick up the Superman for All Seasons. Absolute. Oops. You want to see that side first. Boop. Boop. So it's been a long time since I read this, and it was a bit of a spontaneous buy, and I was a little nervous that it wouldn't be around, but I see that it is, and I just wanted it. So I'm looking forward to reading this again. I love these absolutes. The format is amazing, and yeah, that's all.
Nice. Yeah, it does. I mean, hey, that's a good looking absolute.
Yeah.
Yay, Mary. It's so awesome. Jess would say that
He would say that. He'd be psyched for that.
if he were here.
If he were here, that's the only
Mhm.
thing. He's not.
Dread. Oh, Mara's proud of you for buying.
Thank you for the support, Mara.
Love that. You know what? I have a bit of a haul.
Yes. I love it.
You may know. You may have
If I
seen some of these
do-
things.
I probably forgot.
Did you forget what you sent me?
Oh!
So,
I didn't know you meant that.
Yeah, I have a Mary haul. Mary is lovely and sent me this wonderful band
It is-
exclusive
It's so gross.
gross Ito pup.
When I showed it to Kim, she was like, "You're gonna put that out somewhere." I'm like, you don't understand. You don't read manga.
Also, it was $3. What a
It
great
was
value.
And I left the sticker on because I wanted you to know what
No, I
a
love it.
deal.
I love it so much.
Yeah.
So that's very exciting. You also, as mentioned in a previous episode, sent me Blood on the
Yes.
Tracks Volume 14. I'm so excited.
You gotta read it.
I'm so excited. I need to. Yeah, I'm gonna get caught up by next episode. Hopefully, that's one thing I do definitely want to read really soon. It's not like it's gonna be hard. It's not gonna be hard.
No, you're gonna
see with
zip
this in
through it.
spirit. Freddie, that's kind of. Spin all these beaks is here. Hello.
Hey, Danny. Good to see you.
The other Danny.
The other Danny.
Two
Danny
Dannys
with
in
an
here.
I.
Love that. I just placed my one and only order for September, and I did come in under budget again. So I think I will lower my budget now. Okay, Dad. I hope you do.
Nice.
I'd ask you what you bought, but I know you're not going to tell us. So that's too bad. You should text me it, though. I want to know.
Oh, yeah, because he doesn't want to spoil a video.
Right. Mary also was lovely and sent me her
I mean,
Grumpy
as
Old
promised.
Monsters. I'm really excited, especially after you read it. I think it's going to be so fun.
You're going to enjoy it. It's so sweet.
Yeah.
The
I'm very
art's
stoked for
awesome,
that.
too.
Mary also sent me this book she hated.
I hated this. Here, read it.
No, I love that though. I love that so much. I want to know why you hated it. Like, I feel like you and I do this a lot. I'm like, oh, I hated this, and you're like, I kind of have to read it now. I have to read it.
The thing is, though, I will give it. It's a quick read, and you will finish it.
That.
I mean, you're gonna zip through it.
And hey, I could love it because, as everyone knows, my boy Riley Sager, not your boy Riley Sager. So,
right.
It can happen.
And as I struggled through last show, I love Sherry.
Yeah.
No,
absolutely.
It hurt me to say I didn't love her latest work. Hurt me.
Yeah, it is a bummer, but I am looking forward to it. So thank you for that. And the coolest thing you sent me, I have to say, they're all cool.
I remember it.
Yeah. What is it? Sea Sirens? Sea Sirens. A Trot and Cap and Bill adventure by Amy Chu and Janet Lee. This cat, you guys.
Oh,
can we get a shot of his eye? Yeah, look at his eye.
Oh, there he goes.
He's got like one working eye.
That's right.
I don't know if you all know. I have a cat with one eye. So it had to, right? You had to get it for me.
I had to. My instructions were before I walked into ZapCon, I said, Kristen, is there anything you want me to look for? She goes, can't think of anything, but anything with a cat, I always would like. I found one book with a cat.
Oh, but I'm so excited for it. And the art looks so cool.
Yeah.
The cat is very prominent in it. And I love that. As well as you were so lovely and got it personalized to me and signed by Amy Chu. And I love that.
Who was also wonderful.
I'm so happy to hear that.
Yeah.
So thank you again for this.
You are welcome.
All of these totally made my whole week. I was very excited to get them.
And should we just do a little tease for Larry? Larry, there's one thing that I picked up for you at ZapCon, and Kristen has it. So when she sees you next, I don't even know if you have it, but it was too much of a steal to not pick up. So if you have it, now you have to.
Absolutely. And I'll bring you that in the morning, Dad, when I'm supposed to see you. And that's at 55. I'm trying to become mature now.
Well, hey.
It takes time. It takes time. So that's my little haul.
Okay.
Do you have things you want to? Did we already talk about this?
Well, can we go back to the ZapCon? The couple slides I have.
Is that going to cross over?
Yeah.
Okay. Can I real quick then talk about like 3 other books that I want to read?
Yes. I
And
have 2, sort of 2.
Okay. And specifically, you may recognize 2 of them. Because one of them is The Couple Next Door.
Yeah.
Which I believe you sent me this a while back.
Hey, you get to it when you get to it.
Yeah. You know, and it's been calling to me lately. I also love how floppy it is, of course.
I love that.
And after you talked about her and not enjoying that one necessarily, I'm like, you know what? Maybe I need to go on the journey with her.
Ooh, I like that.
Leading up to it, you know?
Yeah.
So there's The Couple Next Door here. And of course, there's also the end of her.
Yeah. Couple Next Door.
I was going to say, I think I do this one first, right? Okay,
Yeah.
I'm going to do this one first and then this one. Okay.
Yep.
But I had to pull both of them because they were staring at me. Because
like
this one has a
that.
nice, like, bright orange spine, which I like.
Ooh.
Yeah. But I think I'm gonna have to do that really soon, as well as this thriller also jumped out from the shelves at me. I don't think we talked about this one, so I don't know if you know this one, but it's People Like Her. Have you heard about this one?
No, I don't know that one.
This is, of course, one of my book of the months I never read.
Oh, okay. What's the year on it?
2020.
That's okay.
You know,
Pandemic times.
It could be worse. It could be worse. So worse.
It's fine.
So apparently this is a razor sharp, wickedly smart suspense debut about an ambitious influencer mom whose soaring success threatens her marriage, her morals, and her family's safety. Oh. So what I remember about this one is she's posting on Instagram.
Okay.
And somebody creepy gets up in the comments or like finds her or something. I don't know. Okay. But there's like an Instagram thing involved, which made me interested. I feel like one of the booktubers I follow like had been talking about this. So
would that be Books and Lala?
Maybe it was, but it probably was. I love her so much. It probably was. I can't remember though. Now I'm like, I think it may have been. You're probably right. We'll say yes.
Nice.
She's not gonna see this to correct me, so it's fine. One day we'll be besties, will we?
I'm sure.
Probably not. Oh, you're sure. I love that.
Yep.
But yeah, I feel like I'm in a mood right now that I clearly don't know what I really want to pick up and read. It's been hard. I've been having trouble focusing lately.
Mm-hmm.
But especially on this stuff. So I don't know which one I'm going to pick up first out of these, but I feel like it may be The Couple Next Door because it's been calling to me. I know you loved it, and I feel like I need to get to it.
All right. I like it.
Thank you. And Danny with an I is watching The Big Bang Theory.
Oh, nice. Love that.
That's fun. He's actually here with us. Is he? Should I keep spamming Kristen with cat comics? Wait.
Do it.
Did I miss a cat comic spam? Or are you saying should you? Yes, do it.
Yes.
Thanks ahead of time, Barry.
I got you, Larry.
Mature like buying less books. Sorry, Larry. Mostly yes, otherwise it's a big fail. You know, I think you're buying less flashlights too, right? Or flashlight parts. We love that. Okay, so Mary.
I have to admit, I watched the flashlight video and I was interested. I don't collect flashlights, but
when I go over there, he's like, "Hey, you want to try out this flashlight?" And I'm like, "Okay."
Okay, click.
So, real quick before we get into ZapCon, Mara signing off, heading to bed because I'm old. Hope everyone has a wonderful evening. Mara, have a lovely night. Sleep well. You too, Catherine, if you're around.
Catherine, you were a lurker tonight. We know you were here.
Good to see you both.
Yes, always.
Now, who is that with you at ZapCon?
Well,
Mary?
that's Tom King.
You bestie?
We're not besties like me and Scott, but
got it.
He was very nice. And
we love that.
Tom's line was really long, and I realized why, because he really was taking his time with everybody. Like, if there's not just signing, just like if people wanted to chat, he didn't rush anybody off. He didn't have his handler rushing them off. And I thought that was kind of cool. You know, I can't comment much on Scott's line because we were first in line. So, because it was like after his lunch break, actually Scott and Tom went to lunch together. So they both came back at the same
Cute.
time. We kind of got to the con a little late, so that made us first in line for Scott, which was
Nice.
cool because we ended up talking because we know like all the guys that work at Zap at the store. And we were talking to one of the guys who we haven't talked to in a long time, and he's a real sweetheart too. So we were waiting in line, but it didn't feel like it because we were catching up with Nick.
That's
so,
really cool.
yeah, it was fun. But yeah, I had, while I was there, I picked up a single issue of Mr. Miracle, and I should probably take it out of the bag because you're not, you know how with like the
Less shiny, sure.
shiny, you're not going to be able to really see.
Oh, fake Jess had to leave, but loves us. Well, we love you
Oh.
too, fake Jess.
Love you too, fake Jess. But he signed. Oh, this is hard, huh?
Oh, hold on.
I'm sorry.
I
I'm
can still
making
solo
things
you.
complicated.
No, I got you.
So he signs his For Mary. I thought that was kind
Aw.
of cute. So I got that. He was lovely. He had a bunch of books there, but I just tried to hold off. I just wanted to make sure I got something, had a nice conversation, ask him to sign something. So
That's awesome.
yeah. Okay. So there's my boy, Scott Snyder.
Yeah, boy.
And there's Kim, infamous Kim, with me. She doesn't always come to cons with me, so it was fun. But she actually wanted to meet Scott and talk to him too. I should have brought her book that she got signed as well in here, but she picked a Superman one that was with Jim Lee and Scott to get signed because she likes Jim Lee.
Nice.
And that is Amy Chu on the other side. But I'll show
Cute
you.
picture.
Yeah, she was super cool. I was telling Kristen I was going through the dollar bins, and I felt somebody looking and like browsing next to me, and I looked up and I knew it was her, but like she was shopping, like she was on her little break. So she was kind of joking. We were joking, like, "Oh, am I in your way?" She's like, "Are you looking for Wonder Woman too?" Because she was like pulling books out and stuff. And we had some nice little combo there. And then afterwards, I went over to her table, and I said, "Hi, I'm back." I said, "I don't want to bug you when you were shopping. Plus, I wanted to pick up some books from your table." And she's like, "Oh, that was so nice," or whatever. But okay, so I'll show you what I got signed by Scott first. So I grabbed this. This is from The Batman Who Laughs. I know this cover's sick, right? But I love that he wrote to Mary, "Keep smiling." He's got a nice signature too, right?
Yeah.
That's pretty nice.
I like how he dates it too. I love
that.
I love when people date it. Yeah.
Yeah. So I got that. And then I got I wanted to pick up a copy of Black Mirror, The Black Mirror. And he signed the inside of this for me too. And where is it? It says, "To Mary, thanks from Gotham." It's pretty cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So it was really awesome to get to talk to him and Amy Chu. And I have Amy's. What did I do with the thing? I was curious about this book. I know it's on Hoopla and stuff, but I was standing there. I'm like, I want to support her. So I got Carmilla.
Cool.
It's
one I got from the library, but haven't read.
Haven't read it. I feel like
Classic.
Maddie read it. She has a pretty nice signature too.
Yeah, I like the little heart.
Yeah.
Does that say "nice to meet you"?
Nice to meet you.
Cute.
Very cute. So yeah, so those are the signatures that I got there. I don't know if there were any other slides from there.
Did you tell her that you have a friend that needed a cat comic?
Oh, I did. I said when I picked that up, I was like, I have to get this. I said I had one set of instructions from my friend Kristen, and it was to pick up a cat book. And I'm like, and here it is. And it was the last copy she had with her too.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So she's like, "Oh, well, and then she asked how to spell your name to make sure she could like write it out.
That's lovely.
Yeah.
Love that.
Oh, and how could I forget? I don't have him by me. So Nick Justice is a very good friend of mine. He actually lives out in Virginia now, and I haven't seen him in a very long time. So I was like so happy to get to catch up with him. He does like some local cons are in the area, but the ones he's been at, I haven't been able to get to. He is incredibly talented. He's been doing a lot more work. So actually, when I get to reading the ones that I picked up, I'll be sure to share them on the reading update. But as well as he's a talented guy, he is an incredible person. So awesome to
Oh,
see my friend Nick.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Love that.
What's up? Oh, and really quickly, as I was digging in the dollar bins, I picked up three issues that I thought your dad would get a kick out of that I picked up. And I got some Cobra issues, Larry.
Nice.
I'm like, how could I not get them? They're right there. They only had 3 of them, so I picked up it's issues 2, 3, and 5. So
you're adding stuff to your single issue closet.
I am. And I may have bought some other single issues that are not on my desk.
Uh-oh.
But when they're $1,
I know
it's
fun. It's so fun. It really is fun.
So
It really is fun.
and I think Heroes Con created a monster because I picked up those sets that I really like. Your dad's laughing.
Yeah, we'll have to do that again sometime. Like,
Yeah.
I want to get some next time.
Right? Because the ones I picked up, did I read both of them already?
Yeah. Look at
And I passed one on to you. See?
I know. Lovely. Love that. Maddie was okay with it, and Freddie really enjoyed it.
Nice.
Apparently, Jess texted us both, but and I see a text from Jess, but is it from Jess?
He texted Jess and was like, "Do me a favor."
100%. 100%.
Wait a minute. What does yours say? Because I can kind of believe what he just said.
He said, "It's really me, LOL. What should our topic be?" That's what he said to me.
Mine said, haha, it's really me. This was an accidental account created before OmniDog's Vault. Like, I can't believe that.
Okay.
This is a mystery. If this is the real Jess, I give him a lot of credit. This is very creative.
Creative to pretend it isn't him?
Yes, that's pretty brilliant.
Or did we just make up that whole scenario? And we're brilliant.
I don't know. My head hurts trying to figure this out.
Oh, that's funny. I looked around like I had other things. I don't.
I have 2 things. These are Mara's gone, but if she happens to catch up later, 2 things from that place called the library.
Oh, I've heard of her.
So I know you already got to this new. Well, is this even new Ito anymore?
I think it counts. Yeah, absolutely.
Didn't something already come out after?
I think it's coming out soon, maybe.
Okay. Is this called Soichi?
Soichi, I believe is how you say it, yeah.
So yeah, I'm funny. If I happen to be in the bookstore, I'll pick up a physical copy, but I was like, they come out so fast. I can't keep up. I didn't even read the one before this. I can't even see it.
Tombs?
Tombs. I didn't even. Yeah. I bought that. I haven't even read it yet. So let's get it together, Mary. So I was like, all right, I can borrow this one and down the line pick it up. So I have that. I'd like to read this week as well. And then this is one that was on Book of the Month, and it was like one of those ones where we'll just see if the library has it. So it's Megan Golden's new one, Dark Corners.
Oh yeah.
So I guess
this swim one, right?
Yeah. So it's not like it's a continuation, but that same character from the Night Swim. So it's the true crime podcast person.
Mm-hmm.
I guess is like the lead in this, is what I'm assuming. I could be messing that up a little bit. So it's like, I don't really know if it's a continuation, but I think if you read The Night Swim, I think you would enjoy this more. So I figure I'd check it out.
That's cool. I didn't realize that because I've actually read The Night Swim. So
yeah, it says Rachel Kral, the true crime podcaster, star of Megan Golden's acclaimed The Night Swim, returns to search for a popular influencer who disappears after visiting a suspected serial killer.
Okay.
So that sounds like our jam, right?
Oh, for sure. Yeah. And I remember I listened to The Night Swim. So maybe I'll see if that audiobook's around
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
that podcast element, you know?
Oh, yeah. That's a good point. Maybe I will too. Even though I just borrowed the library book.
Well, hey, that just supports the library. So
That's true. But this is, as you remember, The Escape Room was her first book, and it's like one of my favorite thrillers.
which I still need to read. Yeah.
And that I recommend the audiobook for as well.
Okay.
I think everybody who watches this by now is probably like, let me guess. They're gonna say they recommend the audiobook. Well, not always. The
Not
stranger
always.
beside me were like, no, don't do it.
Well, and also the house across the lake were like, nah. Cannot. Nope. That's funny. You're like, get out of here.
Get out of here.
Oh, Freddie's like, or was he texting me during the show and I told him you made Jess noises? Yeah, but like, was he?
I don't know. Let's see this.
I just think it's fun either way. I do have something else to show. I totally forgot about. I got a Kickstarter in.
Oh,
Who's
Oh.
she? Who's
what's
she
going
getting
on
Kickstarted?
here?
Listen, this is one I Kickstarted a while back. I'm just saying. But it's called Meanwhile, a comic shop anthology. This is a oh my gosh, what's her name? Is it on the back? Yeah, Veronica Fishcover. I was like, what is her name? I can't. Who's done like a lot of she did like a lot of great Archie covers and other things. I just really liked it.
Nice.
It has a ton of great contributors to this. It's an anthology, as it said. Brian Michael Bendis, Veronica Fish is also in this. Mike Henderson, Jock, Jeff Johns. There's probably a lot of other people that people would know listed that I'm not going to read, but Ed Luce. Let's see. Who else do I know? Your boy, Scott Snyder.
Come on.
Come on.
Now I want it.
Come on, Joshua Williamson. Okay. So yeah, a lot of cool contributors, and it's all comic shop stuff, which I think is neat. So I haven't read it yet, but I did get it, and I would like to.
That looks
And you
really
know,
cool.
I like an anthology. Do I think I'm gonna like some more than others? Isn't that always the case with anthologies? Absolutely.
Yeah,
Like,
it's inevitable.
yeah, but it looks like a good time for sure. So yeah, maybe I'll read it before next time. You think?
Ooh. By the way, the real Jess Bragg is continuing to say, I love that you thought I was cycle. Ha ha ha. I'm thinking I can believe that he accidentally created this account before OmniDog's Vault.
Oh yeah, I can believe it too. But isn't it more fun if we act like we still don't believe him?
So I did say I'm so impressed, and he did laugh at that.
Yeah, that's a good time.
Yeah, I don't know how he gets to the bottom of this. I mean, do I have to message Patty?
You know what? Would she know? She could be asleep for all we know.
I mean,
right?
she is married to the guy. I mean, she's gonna,
Right. She'll back him up.
Yeah, she'll back him. I understand that.
We'll figure it out one day. One day we'll get down to the bottom of this. So I do want to know before we get off. Do you plan to read something tonight? Are you going to open anything?
That's a really cute idea, but
Oh, I thought he left. What's happening here? She's at a concert. What kind of concert? What kind of concert?
Come on, Kristen. We have to be able to ask him something. We went through all of our books.
I tried, and he didn't even get it right, which means it probably is him. He got it wrong.
What about something like, ask him something, because you had been messaging with him like when we first got there and everything, like to Heroes Con. Is there something you could ask him? Like, I mean, I don't know every text you had, but like I think you said, oh, Jess just got here, or whatever. Is there something in those details where you could ask him, like, you know what I'm saying? Is there a cat meowing?
Oh yeah. Buffy's
Okay.
meowing outside the door. Yeah. I didn't know you could hear that. That's funny.
She sounds like she is trapped somewhere. She is just.
Usually, if one of us is behind a door she wants in, she'll start screaming about it.
Of course. She's
Yeah.
like, do not lock me out.
Yeah, she's like, "How dare you?" And this door's
I'm-
shut. So
She's like, I hear you and I see you. Dad's watching you on TV. I see
Yeah.
you. I know where you are.
my guess is Reed went to the bathroom or something and closed the door.
Yeah.
So then we're both behind doors.
Oh no.
And she's like,
is-
absolutely not. How dare.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, she's got opinions.
Yeah. What about something? Could you ask possibly Jess, something about the way
100%
First-
correct.
Oh, did you hear that? Reed said I was
Okay.
100% correct. He went into the bathroom and shut the door.
uh,
Yeah, she's in here now.
She can be here. That's fine. That's fine.
can you
Sorry.
ask him something about the first time you talked about doing a show, or like when you first met?
Okay. Mary.
No.
I don't.
Okay.
One, I don't think he's gonna remember that, and you know
Oh,
why I know.
we're
Two, I don't remember. You know?
Hmm. Yeah.
You
So
want a secret Jess thing?
Yes.
What did me and Jess bond over at Heroes Con together?
Oh.
that's a good one. That's actually a really good one. I know the answer. Okay, Jess.
See. Come on.
Okay, Jess.
Jester Bragster.
Buffy, do you want up here, ma'am? She's like, absolutely. Let's do this. Come on, here.
Come
we
on,
go.
Buff.
There she is.
I love when you just see the tail.
Yeah. Oh, she's near the mic. She's. You may hear her purring.
Oh, I could show another Amy while we're waiting for Jess to make up his answer. So when I went to Amy Chu's table and I bought the book for me, the book for you, I found this single issue called Fighting to Belong, History of Asian Americans and Pacific Islanders. And I picked it up to put in my stack to buy. And she's like, oh, no, I want to just give you that. So she
Aw.
gave me this. Yeah, I thought it was super nice.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So it looks really good. And obviously, I'm interested in this.
Oh yeah. And the art looks cool.
Yeah, the art does look cool. I can't reach all my other stuff over here. I'm trying.
Buffy, don't knock over things. You want to get on my shoulders, ma'am? Okay, she left.
I think. See, he's now he's gone because
Yeah,
he
he's
got
like
the tough
silent
question.
now. It's very questionable.
Do you think he would be in cahoots with Cycle against us,
I feel like he would be in cahoots with Psycho and Freddy.
just to have like a good laugh, right? Yeah, you know what this is about. Now I know what it's about. He's getting you back for April Fools.
Here's the thing, though. Just doesn't remember that. It's been way too long for him. I think we've just solved it.
What?
I think we've just solved it. Do you see the chat? I think Freddy's got 2 accounts open.
You do?
And I think he meant to use the Jester Bragg account for that answer.
Ready. You think?
I don't know.
And now I
Where-
can hear
That's
us
the
in the other
Bragg.
room.
And then Freddie, Reed. Hey, Reed. Reed.
She's either telling him to turn the TV off or shut the door, something like that.
Close the door.
Reed, don't come over here in your
I'm
underwear.
not trying
You
to
just
go
came out of
on
the shower.
camera.
Okay.
I'm not trying to
Don't
give these
flash
people a
people.
real show.
Reed, this is a family show.
And then he turns around and his whole butt cracks out. Cool. Maybe it's bonus time. Maybe it. But see, he left. He left for that whole thing. That's not him. He's in cahoots with someone. He's cahooting.
You know, I wonder if the real Jess is involved in it. He must be, because he's trying to, pulling off something here.
Mm-hmm.
See, I think Jess knows this.
Mm-hmm.
Are you?
Are you back, Freddie?
Hmm.
Also, an insulin patch isn't a thing, so.
Oh.
Yeah. Reed has patches.
Danny.
It has April Fool's, but it's not that good. It's so true. It's so true.
Well, it was I have to say it was entertaining at a minimum.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
Right?
Yeah, thanks for the fun, Freddie.
Freddie
was like, I'm gonna get into this account and I'm gonna do this, and then you tell him it was you. Interesting.
We might make up accounts, like I might be Nary N.
Yeah.
In
Or
some chat.
Justine Bragg.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Right?
About that?
Mm-hmm.
What about that? All right, I think we've had enough. How about you, Mary? Any last words?
No, I don't think I have any last words.
All right.
I hope everyone gets to read some fun stuff.
Absolutely.
Which for us means that our work lives don't get too hectic.
Yeah, but hey, tomorrow's Friday. Love that. So excited for that.
Omnicat's Vault. Oh, that is great for you. To go into one of his live streams as Omnicat's Vault. You have to do it.
I told him that I should have taken that YouTube name at the beginning.
That would be so funny.
Yeah, I should do that. So we'll be back next week.
Yes.
We'll talk about all these books we've read. There's just so many books.
So many.
We're gonna be so good at it. I'm just putting it out in the universe, making it positive.
Yes.
Thank you everybody for joining, including Freddie and
Cycle and not Jess. And maybe Jess.
Yeah, and James or Jess.
I don't know. I don't know what's happening. We don't know who we can trust now.
Yeah. This Saturday, will we have real Jess or the fake Jess during Omni Dog and Omni Cat? We'll see.
I feel like you're going to be able to get to the bottom of this during that show.
Yeah.
And I hope to be able to tune in.
Yeah, so we'll have to figure that out.
Yeah.
For sure. I mean, Mary, if you're around, maybe you should be hopping on. Maybe we should. I'm just saying.
Oh.
All right. Well, have a great night, everybody, and we'll see you next time.
Good night, everyone.